it was the first London festival I went to not working, exploring a totally different part of London that I didn't know existed, and finding like another world. It's like a real treasure trove of secret stages, great music, great people, and is not pretentious, doesn't judge people for having a good time.
It's nice to go to a London festival where the energy is really like buoyant and excited and loud. I remember that striking me in the face the first time I walked in. It's loud for any festival, particularly one in London. I've always loved it, yeah.
Yeah, so this year has obviously been very tough. I think it's been tough for the entire industry. The feeling amongst the team was very much based around disappointment at first, but I think as a team, we're very resilient, and we kind of dug deep, looked at what the years ahead have for us as a company and as a team, and decided to look at doing things a bit different. And that started with our first digital event in July.
I know it's only a festival, but it's not only a festival. Like, nothing is only a festival to us. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't only a festival. The adrenaline, the buzz, the people, the stress, the noise, the hecticness, the last minute stuff, the advanced stuff, the people. We have such a good team of people who work on that show. And when realisation hit, we were all just deeply, deeply gutted, because we've been looking forward to it as the one thing we may be able to deliver last year. So as everybody is experiencing at the moment, you know, missing human connection and sharing a good time.
I miss the connection and meeting people. I miss getting paid. And but on the other side of the coin, I've been more creative than I ever have been. Daniel, I'm sure it feels quite similarly. And I've put out 2 albums this year somehow, so I feel good. And I've slept a bit as well. So. I have not played since March.
It's going to go well then, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm fine with it. It's fine. I'm gagging for it now.
So Millennium Mills is a venue location we've been aware of for many years. It's quite a beast just near City Airport in London. In times of digital events and what comes with that, the doors opened, thankfully, to the guys at the Royal Docks to be able to use this space, which is undoubtedly one of the most impressive locations you'll find anywhere in London.
It's a really hard site because of where it is, the site itself, and the fact that it's a derelict old building. We decided it would look amazing if we went on the 4th floor, but there's one set of stairs and we've got about 50 lights, 20 flight cases, entire sound setup, power to run up to the 4th floor. So we've overcome that by a lot of hard work. And we've just been buzzing and excited to actually be doing something in a physical place. And I think because this site it's got a special place in a lot of people's hearts. It's really well known in London because it is such a wicked site. This is such an incredible building. So it's special and cool to actually put the closest thing to a music event on in such a special venue.
I don't think I've ever played somewhere like this in this country. You know, it's pretty wild to see this in London. I don't know, first thoughts walking in, it's kind of like a video game where because there's no people here, you know, you're like finding out the rules about the zombies that are coming after you at some point. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got kind of chills when we pulled up. There was something really, like, I guess because it's like such a huge, like old, like dilapidated kind of place. Yeah, there's something really kind of quite full on to see, really special. I feel like it's really opening up the doors for like what the future of streaming, even when we get back to playing live, you know, might offer.
I love the interaction of the crowd, but at the same time, it feels like something new and a new challenge, and you know, one I'm up for.
So we've worked with Junction 2 Festival from the very first, designing all of the stages, working with you guys and your production team, sort of delivering the equipment and designers and all sorts to bring it all together. Generally, really good experiences. 2020 has obviously been a challenge for everyone in our industry, whether it's vendors, suppliers, lighting guys, sound guys. For us, it's obviously presenting a lot of challenges, but we've come through them, we've sort of refocused as a business, and hopefully come out the other side of it a lot stronger and looking good.
Yeah, it's crushed a lot of people. Like, our suppliers have been really lucky. Like, we talk to them regularly, and I mean, like us, they've managed to sort of hone their business into other areas, like television. It's been crushing for them, but it feels like they're on the bounce back, and it's good to see. And it's good to see our suppliers weathering the storm.
So what we tried to do is bring a taste of Junction 2 itself into a venue with no people, which has been challenging, but I think we've achieved it. We've got a lot of moving lights, a lot of strobe, which is pretty standard for the sort of stuff we're doing on these gigs. And it's a really good challenge to light for camera to make a live gig look great in the same way that we would normally take people into account.
We've got this camera right at the end of the room, front of the house, obviously with the lighting desk, which is going to give a nice wide shot of this massive space, which, you know, as we've got no people in here, we've got, like, you know, some crazy lighting patterns that are going to happen, so we'll be able to see all of that in full from here. Then by the DJs themselves, we have a fixed camera over the shoulder, which will show close-ups of obviously the DJs actually performing, and then a roaming camera, which will be handheld, which will sort of be loitering around the front, which will get not only the DJ playing, but also to get some cutaways of what's happening outside of the building as well.
All of our shows that we have at LWE, like, people expect the quality of the audio to be top notch, and, you know, we get the artists as well. They all come back to us after every show, including Junction 2, always complimenting us on the sound, the monitor mixes. It's just something that we have to do. We go away, we master it, make sure it's sounding amazing through people's speakers at home. The same with the lighting, we like to do something that's kind of a little bit like what we do at Junction 2. It's sometimes a bit minimalistic, which is what we've done here today. Really important that we sort of translate what we're doing at Junction 2 here. So.
I think we've done really, really well at quickly realising that physical events weren't going to go on, to try and keep connecting with each other and with our audiences. And I think everything we've done since then has been attempting to do that. So the first virtual Junction 2 was incredible. I mean, I don't think anyone was expecting nearly 4.5 million hits. Being able to plug in a speaker's corner, which had 3 of probably the best panels I've seen ever, just in terms of inclusion, diversity, forward-thinkingness, and a great great range of questions, answers and topics covered. We are also exploring many other kind of outlets within the digital sphere, which I think we are at the forefront of, which is incredible, and it's also extremely motivating and kind of inspiring without wanting to sound too gushy about it, because it's something to look forward to, something to do. So I think that's what's kept us going, each other, and looking forward and not worrying too much about things we can't change.
Yeah, for us, digital events are very much here to stay. We definitely recognise the value that they can bring with regards to helping to bring Junction 2 to people who love techno and other underground music from all around the world. We saw that with the last event we did, and just the feedback we've received from people from all over. So being able to utilise the digital events to reach those people, and in the long run being able to run both the festival and the digital event at the same time is something that we are really focused on bringing to people in the future.
There's a lot of talk of a lot of work on the cards. There's a lot of really exciting projects that should be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can all get back to doing what we love with people, not just cameras.
The live music industry, I do feel optimistic about that. I feel optimistic about music in general. I mean, no matter what happens, people are going to make stuff, and people are going to want to see other people that have made stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff that can go that would be great that it's gone as well, and kind of a resetting of certain aspects of this whole shenanigans will be good. Optimistic just about people's spirit and why, and the reason that they do it, and there's just no way that stops. So,
It's going to be our year.
It's going to be our
No question.
Yeah, the only way is up, I guess. Yeah. I've made the mistake of saying that last year, though. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like cautiously optimistic, really. You have to, it's all we've got.
I feel wildly optimistic with no abandon.
Yeah.
I'm sticking by it.
Good. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Cheers.